97.3 Est-Ouest 91.7. RM1, it's 9 o'clock. The news with Ayrece Stewart. Good morning, Ayrece.
Good morning, Sophie.
We start with the headlines.
Minister Navarre calls for urgent safe shelter after baby discovered in rice sack in Rosehill yesterday. World Breastfeeding Week shines spotlight on postpartum struggles. National Labour Dialogue planned as Labour Minister Reza Outim announces plans to tackle key workplace issues next month. Jacqueline Juliette death case, new court developments today. Two major witnesses, including ex-police commissioner, expected in court for key hearing. Electrical fault at Paris airport disrupts luggage transfer for Air Mauritius passengers. In world news, 68 dead in Gaza after Israeli strikes, says civil defense. And in sports news, 5 gold medals for Mauritius in athletics tournament in Seychelles sets Mauritian dominance on the track. A newborn found abandoned in a rice sack in Stanley Rosehill yesterday, and the Minister of Gender Equality, Ariane Navarre-Marie, visited Victoria Hospital in Condos yesterday afternoon to check on the baby's condition. The infant had been discovered in a rice sack hanging from a gate. While the baby appears to be in good health, medical examinations are ongoing. The minister expressed deep concern and insisted on the need to find a safe shelter for the child. And staying on newborns, this week is World Breastfeeding Week. To mark the occasion, we take a look at the postpartum period, a condition that affects many new mothers, with one of its most well-known symptoms being the baby blues. After childbirth, some women experience emotional upheaval that may require medical assistance. Priyanka Hari has more.
Giving birth is an emotionally intense moment. Holding your baby in your arms and sharing maternal affections doesn't happen under the same condition for every mother. Some women go through major upheavals in their lives. One common condition is known as baby blues. It affects up to 8 out of 10 mothers, but usually fades within 2 weeks. Other disorders may last longer and become more serious, requiring medical assistance. This is known as postpartum. Dr. Anjum Hira Durgahi, psychologist, explains. After giving birth, many women go through certain psychological issues like postpartum depression. It affects deeply the well-being of a woman. The symptoms that is associated to the postpartum depression is sadness and despair. A mom can have the feeling of not being a good mother and do not connect with a child. Women have the tendency to have postpartum anxiety, which is an ongoing stress. She can have panic attack and do not sleep despite her baby is sleeping. The mother must be supported after childbirth, and there are symptoms that should not be taken lightly, emphasizes Dr. Anjum Hira Durgahi. The intervention of a psychologist or a doctor is very important, where the depression of the mother can be treated via medication or therapy. Family support and taking rest is very important in that moment. She needs to reconnect with what she has interest in, like reading, listening to music, or practicing yoga. They should reintroduce that little by little into their lives. Giving life comes with joy, but also with responsibilities. The mother's health should not be neglected either.
Labour Minister Reza Outim wants to open a national dialogue on major issues in the world of work. Next month, his ministry will host the Assises du Travail, a labour summit bringing together representatives of workers, employers and key national stakeholders. The event will provide a platform to discuss important topics such as working conditions, work-life balance, the impact of new technologies and training. These sessions will allow each party to voice concerns and ideas to improve the professional environment and make it fairer and more sustainable. Minister Reza Outim is voiced over by Rishi Gopal.
The Ministry of Labour is organising les Assises du Travail this September, bringing together representatives of workers, employers and key stakeholders. The goal is to improve working conditions, support employees and strengthen industrial relations. We expected to hold working sessions on various key themes during these assises. Based on the outcomes and recommendations from these discussions, we will consider amendments to existing laws or even proposals for new legislation. All of this will be done in full transparency and open dialogue involving all concerned parties.
A new development is expected today in the investigation into the death of Jacqueline Juliette, a resident of Cité Saint-Clair, who died shortly after a police intervention in January of 2023. Two key witnesses are due in court today, former Police Commissioner Anil Kumar Dip and the head of the Forensic Medical Department, Dr. Sudesh Kumar Gangadin. Pranav Bihari provides more details.
Their court appearance had been announced at the last hearing by attorney Natraj Munesami before Magistrate Neela Ramdev at the Pamplemousse Court. On June 11th, it was Constable Job who gave a noteworthy testimony. Taking the stand, he stated that Jacqueline Juliette had not been subjected to any violence during his arrest on January 5th, 2023. He clarified that the search warrant was issued for another man, Daniel Juliette. However, Jacqueline Juliette, suspected of possessing illicit substances, reportedly agreed to be searched. According to the constable, he was invited to board a police vehicle to preserve the confidentiality of the operation, as several people were observing the scene. Once inside, however, he allegedly became hostile and attempted to divert the officer's attention while inciting the crowd, behavior the witness described as common among suspected drug traffickers. As no illegal substances were found on him, Jacqueline Juliette was reportedly released shortly after. Constable Job also stressed that at no point did the individual complain of any pain. Another testimony that day came from former Sergeant Hélène, who stated that he did not see Jacqueline Juliette during the operation. Jacqueline Juliette's body was exhumed on April 24, 2025. The second autopsy, carried out by French forensic expert Dr. Pierre Peric and presented in court on May 2nd, found no signs of foul play. The doctor concluded that a fatal cardiac arrest brought on by acute stress was the cause of the death on that day.
And moving to travel-related news, an electrical issue at the baggage sorting area of Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport caused delays in the transfer of about 250 bags in flight MK1017 to Mauritius. Over 180 pieces of luggage were urgently placed on flight MK015, which arrived this morning. Air Mauritius says delivery of the bags should begin by 9 a.m. and apologizes for the inconvenience. Here's more from Didier Rose.
An electrical incident that occurred on the evening of Monday, August 4, in the baggage sorting system at Paris-Charles de Gaulle Airport disrupted operation for several airlines, including Air Mauritius. Flight MK1017 from Paris and arriving in Mauritius at 9 p.m. on Tuesday, August 5, landed with around 250 missing bags. These were removed from the automated system and stored pending manual processing. A temporary fix was applied at 7:30 a.m. following a permanent repair at 4 p.m. More than 180 bags have already been urgently shipped on flight MK015. Air Mauritius plans to return the luggage to passengers individually from 9 a.m. today, subject to custom clearance. Airports of Paris hopes for a swift return to normal. Air Mauritius apologizes for the inconvenience caused by these disruptions.
And it's 9:09. You're listening to RM1. We move to international news, where in Gaza, 68 people were reportedly killed by Israeli gunfire in several incidents yesterday, according to the region's civil defense. Spokesperson Mahmoud Bassal says 30 people died near a distribution center in Khan Yunis in southern Gaza. The Israeli army, responding to AFP, confirmed it had fired warning shots at a group of Gazans approaching them in the Morag corridor, but said it had no knowledge of any casualties. And moving to sports, Mauritius secured an impressive haul of 5 gold medals in athletics yesterday. The country's first gold of the Games was won by Alexia Hurangi, who triumphed in the T20 long jump event. a result she attributes to her hard work and determination. Another gold came from Serena Jolicoeur, who delivered a strong performance in the triple jump with a leap of 11.42 meters. She expressed great satisfaction with her achievement. In the women's 100-meter sprint, Océane Chrétien claimed gold, dedicating her victory to her parents who were there to celebrate with her. And in the men's 100-meter final, it was an all-Mauritian showdown as Aaron Longfong edged out his teammate Jersey Topouise to take the top spot on the podium. And that's all from me this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stay tuned now to the Intermediate playlist until 10 a.m.